already. Okay, cool. And raise your hand if you have had a cleanse with us before. Okay, cool. Okay. So, so we got a nice variety. This is great. So, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I just kind of want to just share with you why a cleanse is so beneficial. And for other ones, people that have already done a cleanse, you guys kind of already know this and the benefits of it because you've tried it. But for the people that haven't, sometimes there's a lot of fear-based about a cleanse because we're so used to chewing our food, right? So we're just like, how are we going to drink our food? Are we going to get enough calories? Are we going to get enough energy? Am I going to be in a bathroom all the time? Let me just stop all that for you because it's just like noise in your head. It actually doesn't. So cleanse is actually really a reset and like a vacation for your body, I like to say, for your system. We are constantly always having to, our immune systems are constantly always having to be overworked because we're fighting off toxins, pollution in the air, sugar, caffeine, things that we're directly putting in our body. And so we're so susceptible, thank you. Susceptible? Thank you. My mouth needs to work today. For illnesses. And so when we can just take the direct nutrients like fruits and vegetables, it hits your bloodstream and it makes your immunity that much stronger. So with this, like Heidi was saying, that it's actually going to be a no-brainer for you. You don't have to even think about it. We're going to do all the work for you. So what she set up is basically a 4-day cleanse. It's 4 days you're going to be purchasing from us, but it's technically a 5-day cleanse because you're going to take that 4th day and you're going to split it up into 2 days. The 3rd day you're going to basically drink, or the 4th day you're going to be drinking 3 juices, or 4 juices?
Yeah, 4 and 2.
And then the 5th day you're just going to drink that final juice that you have. And let me just tell you like quickly about our juices and our cleanses. Our cleanses are really, really simple. They're not intimidating. A lot of cleanses out there are very expensive. They're just like really complicated. Our juice cleanse is really, really friendly, user-friendly. So we have the 3 different cleanses here. And I apologize, it's kind of an old board here, but this basically needs to be up here. So juice to dinner is a prerequisite to a day cleanse. We call it a day cleanse, essential cleanse. And then essential cleanse is a prerequisite to a core cleanse. So if you've never done a cleanse before, I highly recommend you just doing like 1 day juice to dinner, and then you can bump up to like the rest of the days an essential cleanse, okay? The reason I say that is because the juice to dinner is actually only 4 juices here, and you're gonna get 2 waters, but you're also gonna get a kale salad, kale quinoa salad. If you haven't tried our kale quinoa salad, it's the bomb, it's really good. And so this is gonna kind of help your mind kind of transition into eating your food to actually drinking your food. This is, the essential cleanse is actually 6 juices. So it's all juice, you don't have any food whatsoever, and then the core cleanse is the same thing. We actually will have, after today, we actually have 3 juices that are all in these cleanses except the bottom one. Well, actually there's a couple here. But you're going to be able to try a variety of flavors. And that's another thing that's so great about our cleanses is that you get a variety of flavors. A lot of cleanses, sometimes they taste the same every single day. And like by the 2nd or 3rd day, you're just like, I have to drink that again. You know what I mean? So what's really nice is we have all these different flavors. So we have some greens, and then we have orangey glide, which is actually all a carrot-based juice, a lot of ginger. And then we got the beet, which is got beets in it. So a lot of our juices have ginger in them. The reason being it helps with cravings. So when you get those cravings, you're like, oh, I really want to have those cookies now, or whatever your little thing that you like to have. I'm a big chip person, so that's kind of my thing. So these are going to help with cutting those cravings for you. How our cleanses work is you can choose any cleanse that you want. For here, we require you to purchase 1 day of jars. Now, the people that have done a juice cleanse with Juice Bar, you probably already have jars. Which for you guys, you only have to just pay for juice because you're going to just bring back those jars and we're just going to fill them up with juice. But for the people that haven't, you're required to pay the first day with juice or with jars. So it's going to either be one of these prices. After that, anything after that, all the days that you're doing, you're just going to pay for juice. So what you're doing is the first day, we're going to load you up like this. Thank you for having this. I appreciate this. So these are actually the jars. It's 16 ounces. So you're going to be drinking this all day, throughout the whole day. Like Heidi said, this is already done for you. So you don't have to go grocery shopping. You don't have to prepare meals. Like, this is just, it's ready and done for you. So it's actually really nice to just kind of not have to worry about that. And it's actually really affordable. I broke down the price. And so technically, this is the one I was recommending, Heidi, for you guys to do. But if you've done, the juice bar cleanse, and you've done the core cleanse, it's up to you. It's a personal thing. But for the newbies, that maybe this is kind of a new time thing, maybe try this. So I broke it down, and if you're paying 1 day of jars and then the 3 days of just juice, and then you guys are all going to get 15% off of whatever juice cleanse you decide. So whatever that total is, we're going to knock 15% off of that. And so it comes down to $135.72. So when you break that down with how much you're grocery shopping for the week, it's kind of, it's around the same amount, but I mean, I don't know how much your grocery shopping is, but ours is about that. But you don't have to do the work. We're going to do all that work for you. We're taking all that out of your mind. So that's something that I would encourage you if you're kind of on the fence of doing the cleanse. There's some great benefits, but it's also just easy and you don't have to think about it. As far as the calories, if you guys are interested in knowing any of that, I apologize, this is actually an old board. We actually just got official testing done, and so I wanted to share this with you and we can pass this around, but the juice to dinner is actually 1,000 calories, so here, and then the essential here is actually 1,080, and then the core cleanse is 1,210. So you're actually getting more calories in here. This one's a little bit off, but you're getting more calories than it says up there. So if you're kind of worried about like, oh, am I gonna have enough energy? You're getting it, and you've done a cleanse before. So, and you work out all the time. So do you find that it's like you have a hard time when you're on a cleanse and you're working out? Do you find that you're like not getting enough?
No, I didn't know. I did the core the first time I did it, and I used that Cocoa Pro. Kind of turned into my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I thirded that one throughout the day, like I would, because it's thicker and heartier and it has protein in it.
Yeah.
So that I used it kind of like my meal, so to speak. And then I scattered the juices around it. And like I said, I did throw a handful of almonds in there a couple of the nights, but I really didn't.
And it's your personal. This is the thing. Is like we're trying to set you up for success. Because if you don't, if you're like, hey, you know what, I really don't like this flavor, like, let me switch it out and give you a different flavor. Like, I'm not gonna, I don't want you to be like dreading drinking something. This should be fun for you guys. This is actually a group thing, and you guys can hold each other accountable, but also like, be like, oh, did you like that one? Or, oh man, today was kind of challenging, but tomorrow I feel great. Like, that's just kind of like, this is a great opportunity for you guys to come together as a group and support each other. So I wanted to kind of quickly just show you. So this is the 16-ounce jars that you're going to get. We do have these bags. They're $3, and it has little dividers if you can kind of see it. And so it's really nice. So if you like are going to work or wherever you're going, all you have to do is just keep your jars in here. It's actually 2 days you can keep at a time in here. And you just take your jars and put them in the fridge. So it's just really easy. If you don't want that, we have like little boxes we can put them in. So that would be that. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to pick up your first day of jars, and we'll go over all the details with you, but you're going to pick up that first day of jars, and then you're going to come the next day, you're going to switch them back in, and we're going to just keep swapping out those jars. For the final day, the ones that have bought the ones that maybe don't have those jars, you're going to keep those jars. So like the people who have already done cleanse, they still have their jars from last cleanse. So all they have to do is they're just going to keep their jars. They don't have to bring them back. So it's really simple. You can pick up a max of 2 days at a time if you want, if your schedule permits that. We don't allow you to do any more than that, and I'll tell you why. Our juice is juice fresh every single day. So that juice that we just did, I literally just juiced it this morning. So you're getting those direct nutrients right away. Our juice lasts up to 3 days. We've actually done numerous testings, and our juice actually loses its nutritional value at the end of the 3rd day. So what's really great is, like a growler, like Heidi comes and she'll fill this up and she'll just pay for the juice by the ounce, and it costs I don't know, she gets like a Super Greens. How much does it usually cost you to get a Super Greens? Like $25 or something like that?
Yeah.
Maybe that. It's like 20 something dollars because she's just paying for the juice. And she also gets 10% off every time she's refilling it. So she's getting that perk as well. So, and she can keep this in her fridge for 3 days. She can share it with her family. She can share it with her friends. She can take it wherever she wants. And it's for 3 days. It starts oxidizing. So the thing is we don't do cold press. We cold press. Does anybody know the difference between cold press and just fresh juices? You want me to kind of talk about that a little bit?
Please.
Okay. So the difference between cold press and what we do, I'll talk about cold press first. Cold press is actually where you're taking a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables, whatever that recipe calls for, and you're taking it in a machine, a huge machine, and you're putting them down in this big vessel, and it actually squeezes those fruits and vegetables together. Okay. So it's basically squeezing out the juice. Which is great, but what happens is that basically a lot of cold press places is actually, and it kind of depends on who you're talking to. I'm from California, born and raised, and cold press juicing is like the thing to do out there. But there's some benefits and then there's not so much benefits. So cold press is basically going to be straight into a bottle and sealed tight. You have no oxygen going to it, so it takes longer to actually oxidize, which means that there's a longer shelf life to it, right? You can see juices be on a shelf in Whole Foods or Sprouts or whatever. They can keep that stuff on there for like months on end because there's no oxygen that is hit to it, and so it's not going to start breaking down those nutrients as fast. With our juice, we're actually juicing everything fresh every single day. So this morning, every morning, 5:30 in the morning, we start juicing everything, taking the fruits and vegetables directly in that juicer, and it comes out, and then we put it directly into your bottle or your cup or whatever it is, and so you're getting that fresh nutrients right away. It's going straight to your bloodstream. It's giving you those nutrients. It's giving you the energy. It's helping your immune system, and so you're getting the real deal kind of thing. You know what I mean? You don't have to think about, well, how long has this been sitting on the shelf? My husband actually, kind of funny story, and this is kind of to just give you an idea, but we went to Sprouts one day, and they actually do juice there too. They put fresh juice there, juice and put it in a bottle. I don't know if they cold press or if they juice. I have no idea. But we tried an actual Suja. Have you guys heard about Suja before? Anybody tried that? It's just a bottle juice company. We actually put a sticker on a juice on a shelf. Couple juices back behind, and we stuck it on there, and we go to Sprouts quite often. We run out of coconuts or whatever we run out of, we go and load up on it, and kid you not, 3 weeks we went by and that same sticker was there, same bottle, didn't even rotate out. So it just depends, what kind of what you feel comfortable with. But with us, you're getting the real deal. We're actually getting bottles, so it's great, but we are kind of one of the only juice bars that actually fresh juice our juice and put it straight in a bottle. But right now we're going to be getting it in the glass jars. Let me think, what else can I talk about? Anybody have, does everybody kind of understand what's the point of doing a cleanse and why it's beneficial for you? It's just really helping your system have a rest. And so with this, when she's adding this into your program that you guys are doing, she's really giving you that opportunity to just not have to think about it so much. She's working with you so much about changing eating habits or whatever your personal goals are. And so with inserting a cleanse like this, it's just really taking one step out that you don't have to think about. And then, yeah.
I have a question. Once you have gone through the cleanse, then can you still start drinking the juice? I mean, do you have to go back to your other diet, or can you just keep going on the juice?
Okay, so that's a great question. So you basically, and she's going to actually walk you through this. This is great that she's doing this taper off with you guys, because you're still going to get those juices, but she's going to show you kind of how to transition back into. So as long as you're really like, as soon as I get this question a lot, but I'm like, okay, you're spending this money. You're basically investing in yourself to come and do this cleanse. You're having to push through the 3 days and stuff like that. And I'll talk about how each day goes. I'm ready to talk about that. But basically, just don't go out to eat and eat a hamburger. You know what I mean? Just stay with plant-based. stay with what we're truly meant to eat. We are built and meant to eat fruits and vegetables every day, and we can survive off that, and water. So if you just kind of like, it's a mental change. So as long as you are just having that balance, we're really big about, we're a vegan and vegetarian juice bar, but you don't have to be. Like, we are not, my husband and I are not. It's just about balance. It's just about like, hey, if you don't come in, if you haven't really you're trying to ease your way or learn about juicing, come in and just get a juice a day if you can. Just start small. You don't have to be like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm doing this juice cleanse. Now I have to just only eat fruits and vegetables afterwards. Absolutely not. No, it's just like, hey, go make some fish at home. Go make fish, make a salad, just make sure it's like not processed. If you could just try to do that one step, that's just really gonna start that change in your mind and those habits, and you can still have those cookies or chips or, don't deprive yourself of it, because, when you kind of take it away, you're like, want it that much more. I know I do. So, use Heidi as your sounding board. Ask questions, like tell her, and talk to each other too. You have that group, so talk to each other. Be like, man, let me back up real quick. So I want to tell you kind of how you guys are doing 4 days. When you guys first do this cleanse, the first day is gonna actually be pretty not bad. You're gonna just be